One of the reasons why people do what they do is because they want to make a change, to make a difference. Isn't that true for yourself as well? And one of the ways to make a change in your organization is to be able to sell your idea. Because you have an idea, and if your idea was chosen to be implemented, if your idea was given resources to be able to execute, if your idea was given personnel and teams to be able to carry out your vision, then this is what you believe, that I can truly make a difference in my organization and in my industry. So what I want to share with you in this video is, how do we sell our ideas to the higher-ups, given that the higher-ups have competing priorities, given that the higher-ups may not fully understand your idea in the detail that you understand it, and also given that the higher-ups are ultimately going to be the decision makers, and they're going to be the gatekeeper between whether your idea is just another idea that gets presented and docked for future, or whether your idea does be the one that is chosen and executed. And when I talk about selling your idea, I'm going to frame it in terms of building a business case. It will be important to build a business case, especially if you are looking to grow your career path into the executive levels, to get a seat at the table, to be able to make decisions along with stakeholders. If that is what you value and that's your career goal, it would be even more important for you to discover, how do I build business cases around my idea? Because it's the business case that sells. So that's what I want to share with you. Let's get going. Let's talk about why build a business case. Building a business case is extremely important and crucial when you want to have the influence that you're looking for at the executive level. Because when you think about it, executives have a key responsibility towards the business. And the company that you're working for, regardless of what industry you're in, is a business. So that's what I mean by fiscal responsibilities. Once you become executive, a director level and above, you have fiscal responsibilities, and it's in your job description. It's in your metrics for success. It's going to be how they understand the value that you're adding. So in order to demonstrate your idea is a good one, in order to articulate the value of your idea, it would be important and it would be wise for you to be able to articulate how it's going to serve the business. And that's the process of building a business case. Now, there is so many areas about the business that I could teach, that I could talk about, but we don't have time for all of that in the video. And there are so many ways that you can build a business case, so many different strategies that I teach in my coaching program. But given the interest of time on this video, I'm going to share just one strategy on how you build a business case. So let's talk about that. When it comes to building a business case, one of the strategies that I teach is around understanding the functions of a business. Because when you have an idea, your idea is perceived as valuable by the higher-ups if it serves the business in what it needs. But how do you understand what the business needs? How do your higher-ups understand what the business needs? The way that they understand it is that you take a whole business, all the different offerings of the business out there in the industry, in the marketplace. It all boils down to a business having core functions. Every business has these 4 essential core functions, regardless of what industry you're in, regardless of what products and services that you sell, that the business offers. It has 4 core functions. So let's talk about that. The first core function of a business is lead acquisition, which means how do you acquire leads? And when these leads are ready, they eventually become paying customers for the business. Now, how does this relate to building a business case? So in this first core function, it will be important for you to be able to articulate your idea in terms of how it's going to serve this core function. What is your idea? And how is it going to help the business acquire more leads? How is it going to help the business acquire leads that are qualified? How is it going to help the business acquire leads that eventually are going to become paying customers? So that's the first area in terms of articulating and building a business case. So think about that. How can you articulate that? How can you convey that? And that is the value that your higher-ups going to see. If, for example, in this moment that you are presenting your idea, that the higher-ups are identifying, and you yourself are also identifying, that the business needs more leads. That's what is lacking right now. There's a sales function and the business is not having enough lead acquisition activities, or the current lead acquisition activities are insufficient. Then if your idea is going to help them in that moment and help them through execution and bring in more leads, then your idea is going to be perceived as valuable in that moment. So therefore, it will be important for you to have a business acumen behind your presentation of building a business case. Now, I don't have time right now to talk about and teach and coach about business acumen. All I'm presenting right now are the 4 business functions in order for you to be able to convey and in order for you to build a business case around your idea. So that's core function number 1, is lead acquisition. The second core function of a business is lead conversion. So what does that mean? Convert, in the act of conversion, means turning them into paying customers or turning them into paying clients, right? Into individuals that are now acquired by the business to do business with them. So this is a process. Now, every company, and your company included, has a sales department. Whether the sales department is a group of individuals that does phone calls with leads, or whether or not it is a group of individuals that reach out by email, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about the exact process, but there's a sales department in your organization. And the whole purpose of that sales department is to convert the leads into paying customers. So this is the second core function. So when it comes to you building your business case to get buy-in for your idea, it would be important for you to see and be able to articulate, how does my idea help with lead acquisition? And how does it help with lead conversion? How does it help particularly with the sales function? And how does it help in terms of improving our current sales function? So once again, if you're higher ups and they understand the heartbeat of the business, and the heartbeat of the business is sales. So they're looking at a dashboard. Your higher ups are all looking at dashboards. And if they understand that the biggest need for the business right now is in lead conversion, and you come in and you articulate your idea in terms of the benefits towards lead conversion, then the perception will be your idea is valuable and you get the buy-in. If you are someone who has a goal of career growth into executive levels, leadership into strategic levels, and you're listening to this and you realize the importance of developing business acumen, then I invite you to work with me. Every single week, I train executives, experienced managers, directors, and also entry-level VPs as well on how to become proficient at building business cases. And more importantly, how to assume greater and greater levels of fiscal responsibility. This is where you're going to discover the art of building business cases for your ideas. And this is just one strategy. So in this process, you get to learn multiple different strategies depending on the time and situation. And if you are serious and committed to developing this particular skill set, then I invite you to look below in the description. The very first link is a link to apply to my executive coaching program. And on this program, I will personally walk you through this process. So if you're serious about it, fill out the application, speak to a member of my team, and I look forward to working with you on the inside. So this is the whole customer journey. The customers, the future customers of your company are looking out there, they're looking for solutions, they're looking for products and services, and they're looking to add some value in their life, whatever it is. They go out there, they come across the company that you work for, and they need to make a decision. They're going to make a decision. Am I going to be their customer? Am I going to choose them to do business with them? I'm going to do that. And if they do, now they've come across all of the marketing messages of your company, all of the promises that are being made to these future customers. And so now, once lead conversion is complete, the next core function, the third core function of the business is delivery. The company will need to deliver on all of those promises that were made in marketing, that were made towards these leads. And after they converted it, these customers that have paid money to be doing business with your company, they expect to have their needs met. They expect that their dollars are going toward to do some value exchange. They're going to expect certain value. So this is now your company's core function to deliver on that. So whether it is a physical product, whether it is a service, whether it is a hybrid, a combination of both, this is the delivery portion of it. Now, the delivery portion internally in your company, it might be made up of one department. It might be made up of one department mainly that connects and cross-functionally communicates with several other departments, or it could be made up of several departments altogether. Now, it depends on your company. So when it comes to articulating your idea, getting buy-in from the higher ups, once again, how can you articulate and how can you see specifically how your idea is going to help with delivery? How is it going to make delivery processes more efficient? How is it going to make delivery processes more fulfilling on the promises? How is it going to make the fulfillment more meaningful to the customers? So how is it going to fill on all the promises that it made? Now, if your higher ups in that moment are finding that, well, we have good leads coming in, acquisition is looking good, marketing is doing its job, sales department is doing their job as well because leads are converting to clients, but somehow clients aren't quite satisfied. Somehow, for example, we have an influx of leads coming in and we're quite overwhelmed and we can't fulfill on all of the delivery. We cannot fulfill it, for example. Too many people are buying our products and it's hard. Supply chain, inventory and manufacturing is needing to catch up on that. Then there is a delivery problem. right? So then now if you identify in that moment that the business needs help with delivery, it needs to improve delivery processes and systems, then it will be very important for you to be able to articulate, well, my idea, how does it help improve these processes? How does it help identify precisely where we are holding back or where we are stuck in terms of our delivery and all the bottlenecks in delivery? How does it identify that? And how does it provide more streamlined and optimized solutions? Right? So that is the third core function, that is delivery. And the fourth core function of the business, the final core function, is retention and upsell. Now, it sounds like two core functions in one, but it really is one core function. Now, let's talk about each of those. Retention, what does that mean? Retention means now the sales department is doing their job and we have these leads coming, acquiring leads, we're able to convert on those leads, and the delivery departments are doing a good job serving and making full on those promises, and so delivery is looking good. Now, as a result of that, you have a pipeline of paying customers. The business has paying clients now and groups of them. So how do we ensure that we retain all of our customers so that across a lifetime of one customer, that they are loyal to us, that they would love to stay within our ecosystem, that they would love to maintain and be our customers and maybe become raving fans and tell other people about it. So that's retention. Upsell is different. Upsell means this. It means that your company has an offering of products and services. They've had experience utilizing your company's products and services. And your company may have products and services that are at a different tier of investment. So once a customer has bought one particular product or service, then chances are if they were truly satisfied with the service and the delivery, they might buy again. They might purchase the next thing. So that is the upsell. How could we sell them something else that we offer because they have utilized one product and service? So maybe we might be able to upsell them into another product and service that we offer as well. So retention and resell are the fourth core function of the business. So this is important for you to be able to articulate and get buy-in for your idea, to understand how does my idea help improve retention so that we are retaining our clients for as long as possible, improving what's called the lifetime value of each client. And the other part B of it, is how can I articulate how my idea precisely is going to help to increase upsells so that once they bought something from us, they increase their likelihood of purchasing another thing, a second offering that we can present in front of them. So when you understand business acumen from this perspective, and by the way, once again, this is only one strategy to building a business case, you can increase the likelihood of getting buy-in from your higher-ups. One of the most common challenges I hear people tell me is that they have a difficult time selling themselves, self-promotion, because there is a clash between the need to be humble and also it feels kind of fake or it feels kind of egotistical and it's very difficult to promote oneself. However, the only reason why it feels that way is because there's a lack of a system and a framework on how to be able to promote yourself without feeling too egotistical and without feeling too grandiose. So I have a framework that I shared on how do you promote yourself professionally and very ethically, and how do you promote yourself in such a way that you can still remain your authenticity. And I created a video all about that framework. Stay tuned, that video is coming right up next. I'll see you there.